Card of the week.
Card of the week. It's a good one.
Because it's a weak card.
So we talk about knowing your play style, right? And so when I was trying to build some Pokemon decks, this is another deck that I have been wanting to build for a long time. And this is a legacy deck.
Dan handed me a bunch of cards. He's like, put this deck together. I'm like, all right. I put like 56 of the cards together or something like that. The majority of them, yeah. I'm like, all right, here you go. This is what you're missing.
Yep. So I figured out what I was missing. And so this card, this is a great card. All right. So this is a Pokemon, right? This is Exeggcute. So Exeggcute is a basic Pokemon. This is from Plasma Freeze. I believe this is from Plasma Freeze.
Okay.
I'll pull it up just to be certain here in a minute. But so Exeggcute, grass type Pokemon, 30 HP. The only thing I care about with this card is its ability. So the ability is Propagation, which states, once during your turn before you attack, if this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you may put this Pokemon into your hand. Yeah, so we talk about graveyard strategies. That was like how I first kind of got into Commander, right? Was Muldrotha. 2 weeks ago we talked about Muldrotha, right? And how it was my first deck, and I thought it was so amazing that you could just utilize your graveyard as an extra hand. I don't even know how I found out about this deck. Really, I think what had happened was I think I just Googled, again, the power of the internet. Internet is just so amazing. Like I just look at like popular Pokemon decks, and then I came across this list. Okay, it's called Weavile Eggs. So it uses the Exeggcutes as discard fodder. There's a lot of cards, okay? The biggest two being Weavile, and then the other is Junk Arm. Junk Arm is the other big one. So, Jim, can you tell the people, like, discarding is a big thing in Pokemon.
It's huge, because you're also just getting a whole lot of cards from your other cards.
Yeah, because there's a lot of the cards state like on level balls, a lot of the Pokeballs.
Ultra Ball, the Junk Arm, the Professor's Research, or Sycamore.
Part of the cost of a lot of these cards is discarding a card, okay, to find something else from your deck. Computer Search is another one. Discard 2 cards, I believe, to find any card. Computer Search is great. I'm pretty sure it's discard. Pretty sure it is discard 2.
Is that the
Tutor Anything?
I was thinking of Computer Research, which is reveal a Pokemon, put it into deck, take out a different Pokemon. But is that the one you're talking about, the one of in your list?
Yeah, the one of, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that one's get anything.
Yeah, Computer Search.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Computer Search, and there's also Computer Research.
Computer Research, yeah. Right. So, Computer Search. It's discard 2, find any one card in your deck.
A spec.
Yeah, a spec. Great card. But another big one is Junk Arm, where discard 2 cards from your hand, search your discard for a trainer card, show it to your opponent, and put it into your hand. You can't get a Junk Arm with Junk Arm itself.
And same thing with Ultra Ball. Discard 2 cards, go search through your deck for a Pokemon, put it right in the hand.
Yep. So when you need stuff to discard, that's why you have Exeggcutes. Discard the Exeggcute, return Exeggcute to your hand, right? To use it for other discard effects. So where you want Exeggcute, you want Exeggcute in your discard pile. So the quicker you get your Exeggcutes to your discard pile, the better you are for the rest of the game. Okay. So now the deck needs a finisher. So the finisher for this is Weavile. So Weavile's big effect is Vilify. So Vilify, discard as many Pokemon specifically, as you like from your hand. This attack does 30 damage times the number of Pokemon you discarded. So if you discard 4 Exeggcutes from your hand, that's 120 damage, which KOs a lot of Pokemon in Legacy, in particular, right? So yeah, that one shot's a lot of Pokemon.
And two hit KOs are also really big in Pokemon as well. And the fact that you can do that to a bunch of the Pokemon, and even if you put it to 150, right? So now if you're talking about 300, you're killing nearly everything in Pokemon in 2 shots.
Yep. So the downside to Weavile is the 90 HP, but just the value from Exeggcute is what drove me to this card.
Yeah.
Like, even to be honest, even if it's not that good, I love the fact that I take this card, pitch it to something. Okay, I'm gonna return it because of its ability. Junk Arm, I'm gonna pitch it again and then get it back. You can only do it once per turn, but still, like the fact that I'm able to every single turn discard it to something and then get it back, I just thought that was the coolest thing. So this in particular just goes back to me playing what I love and enjoy, and like reminding me how much fun I'm having playing this game. Like I think it's so cool. Like the fact that you can do this thing with this card.
Yep. So
Exeggcute is an amazing card, and like this is the Exeggcute you play. Like this is the only Exeggcute. So to be honest, I don't know the Pokemon formats that well, but I'm not sure what other versions of Exeggcute are played in other formats.
But the only thing I can think of is they have an Alolan Exeggutor.
Yeah.
Which if he's a stage 1 Pokemon, then you would play the previous Exeggcute, and then you would then evolve on top of him.
Yeah, I'm trying to see it.
Which
is it the GX one?
So if it's a GX, yeah, it could be a basic.
Okay, I just didn't know which one you were referencing.
Yeah, it's probably a GX. But I don't know. I don't know if some GXs are stage 1 and 2 or if they're just basics. I don't know.
This one is a stage 1.
Okay, so then it would work for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then you'd play whatever Exeggcute that is in standard format or whatever format it is, and then play the Alolan Exeggutor on top of it.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. So Exeggcute, I thought was the coolest thing. So I'm like, all right, man, I gotta build this deck. And the funny thing is about this deck, we talk about resources. There's like 7 resources in the whole deck. Yeah. 7 energies in the whole deck, and so many of the deck is finding your cards or drawing cards.
Draw 7 cards.
Draw 7.
Card.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So Pokemon Legacy is a pretty cool format. We talk about fair Magic. Like Pokemon Legacy is probably would you say it's the most fair of the formats or no?
No.
I don't even know what would be considered fair in Pokemon.
Honestly, there is no fair in Pokemon.
No, there is. In Pokemon TCGO, the theme decks.
The theme decks, yeah. That's the most fair.
That's the most fair you're going to get.
But even at that, there's like some decks are just better than others.
Yeah,
by
no,
a
for
lot.
sure. Yeah. But yeah, that's probably the most fair you're going to get. So,